I didn't really know what I was doing here. At this point, I hadn't seen anything that was inside of the new railway, so I did not really know what to prepare for. You can kinda see I tried to mix damage types, a little bit of piercing, a little bit of blunt, a little bit of slash. I had Lobotomy Eagle Regret there because it's just very reliable. Pointillist Isang for the damage, as well as the One Who Shall Grip Sinclair for the damage. 2 nukes and Captain Ishmael, cause why not? Now this team was made to be temporary. I just wanted to see what was fatal to what and what was ineffective to what. After fighting the first thing for a few minutes, I tried to make another team to see if that would work better, but then stopped because I realized that I have almost no creative juices at all. And look at that, what the hell is this? Tremor team. I got tired of trying to make a specialized team for this railway, so Tremor team it is. Tremor is, you know, Tremor. In the span of a few updates, they managed to make Tremor from one of the worst things and the hardest to use things in the game to one of the easiest things to use while also being extremely powerful. You know what's so cool about having a Tremor team? It fuels Pursuance super well. So you have a constant, very reliable heal that is also very good at clashing. It also fuels Fluid Sac okay-ish. It's not bad at fueling Fluid Sac at all.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해.
Starting off the Nelly boss fight with an Otis Binds. I did this so that when we stagger her, it becomes a stagger plus instead of a regular stagger. And also, the kind of tremor that you get with the Otis Binds, it doesn't tick down every turn. It stays the same number, the count. It doesn't tick down. So it's very good to use when you want to start off building up tremor. Here's a very satisfying show of what tremor reverb can do. And you don't even need the cavernous wailing ego for it.
해볼까?
이런 것도 되죠.
걸려라.
In the next fight, you fight all 6 N-Corp IDs. I kept the Tremor team for this. And you already know, N-Corp is mostly blunt fatal. Fighting N-Corp is actually very, very scary. They have 2 pursuances coming from Rodion and Mersault, or Mersault, however you want to pronounce it. There is also Fluid Sac from Faust. Heathcliff here can also use Binds. Dawn has Telepole. Sinclair is just Sinclair over there. He has a Moral Enactment and Self-Destructive Purge. He can use Impending Day and Fey Lantern, but that is not as scary as Self-Destructive. So you're gonna wanna stagger them fast. You're gonna wanna end this fight fast because the N-Corp team is not a bad team at all. After spamming a whole lot of AoE blunt egos, we are here.
편하게 가자고요.
The next fight is the Kurokumo clan. Very, very simple, very, very basic. It's like a break. Obviously, with Jun, you have to worry about rules of the backstreets, but that's about it. He has some strong moves, but nothing that an ego can't clash with. And like I said a while ago, a Tremor team is very good for fueling Pursuance, Rodions, or Merceaus.
편하게 가자고요.
The next fight, all 6 Blade Lineage IDs. Now I didn't think of this and I don't know why this wasn't my first thought when I saw these. Merceau can obviously do to claim their bones. But that's all you really have to worry about. The rest of the Blade Lineage IDs are strong, but not many people can survive a blunt AoE ego spam. That also bursts Tremor. I honestly got startled here because Faust is using that ego and I did not want to find out what would happen if that hit.
알아서 잘 피해야지.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
This is where it gets really hard, depending on how you played the game. Here, you have to fight all 12 sinners. The reason why this is so hard is because these are so many different IDs. These have so many different kinds of resistances, so many different clash powers. And remember, these are IDs. They can use ego and nukes. You saw that right. On turn 1, I got a 7-speed Arcorp Heathcliff with quick suppression on the enemy team. This part of the railway took more than one attempt. This was actually a challenge.
한바탕 해볼까?
아이고. 첩첩산중이로군. 뿔뿔이 흩어지는 것보다는
해보겠네.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
천천히 말하시게나. 시간은 맞네. 가자. 라고 하기에는 조금 그렇고 어느 정도 있네. 지겹군. 이 몸이 직접 손봐야겠느냐.
저
Here I let the fight go on for too long and I allowed the enemy team to build up 5 gluttonies. So now their K-Core Ponglu has the passive that allows him to regain all his health when he gets low enough.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
There was a Ring Yisang on the enemy team too.
이럴 줄 알아.
I remade the team and went back in. This time I actually was able to beat it and I was able to get to the next thing, which is the
탈출
sheep.
기지가 정리되었습니다.
이 상황을 헤쳐나갈 방법이 정말 있을까요?
This boss was not hard. It was just very repetitive and it had a lot of health, so it took many turns. It also did not help that I needed to use the backups that were allowed. Since some of my dudes died in the previous stage, this wasn't really a team comp that was made to do damage. But it wasn't much of a challenge, nowhere near as hard as the thing that came before it. No audio here, I don't know why. And then for the last thing, it's the king. I switched to a sinking team for this one.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
Here, you fight 6 more IDs. Not so surprisingly, this was so much easier with a sinking team because everything is just super easy to clash with. And for some reason, a lot of the IDs that I had to fight here were Pierce Fatals, so Pierce spam it is then. So not too much trouble, I actually enjoyed this part.
맞는 거야.
That was weird, by the way. How are you gonna have a very menacing animation of you breaking your binds and getting up from your chair, and then when the fight starts, you're back in your chair, bound up again? So that did nothing. This fight was pretty chill. It wasn't that hard. He has some cool moves though. So that's the whole railway. Fastest one, I think. 81 turns first try. It was a bit too easy to get under 100 in my opinion. Okay, bye.